Everyone, and welcome to another Cut It Out Monday video. This is either going to be our fourth or our fifth project. It just depends on which order I put them up in. I'm kind of doing these a little out of my planning order, so I don't know how I'm going to be uploading these. So like I said, this will either be Easter project number 4 or 5. And today we're going to be making an Easter banner. So we're going to be doing one of the Make It Now projects. The first thing you're going to want to do is sign in, and you'll know you're signed in when you see your name up here in this top left-hand corner. And we're going to go to our categories and scroll down to see Easter. Click on that, and we're going to be doing this first one right here. It is a free project. It is a free project if you have a subscription to the Design Space subscription. I know that sounded funny. If you have the subscription, this is a free project. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and hit customize, and it's going to take just a minute for my computer to catch up. There's a lot of little images on there, so it's going to take just a second. I have noticed that there are a few glitches with the Design Space, but I also know that Cricut has been working on them as well. I'm not sure if this is a continuing thing or if this is just an issue with the Make It Now projects. I hadn't heard, but I did hear that Cricut is working on fixing the issues. And I'm assuming that the issues that I encountered, which is not this is normal for me sometimes, is one of the issues, but again, I don't know if this issue that I'll be showing you here is the issue at hand. So this is how the project comes. You have all of your letters and banner pieces. You can go in and change the colors if you want, but what I noticed was if you click on a letter, and it didn't seem to matter which letter. I want to zoom in just so you can see. Okay, we're going to watch the banner here. I'm going to go over and click on, I just clicked on the wrong A. There we go. We're going to click on that over at our right toolbar, and we're going to pick a color. As you can see, it showed up there, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the rose pink, and when I click on it, it changed the H. Now if I went and clicked on this P, it might change the A, but hold on a second. Sorry about that, hubby calling on his way home. But I did notice that not all the letters would change. So again, I don't know if this is just a particularly happening to some of the projects, or if this is for other things. This is the first time I've noticed this issue. So I just wanted to share that with you, that as of this video, that is an issue at hand. So, but I decided I really didn't like this font. I just didn't care for it very much. And as you will see, we're going to go ahead and zoom you out so you can see everything. Oops, and tilt you back down. If you scroll down to the very bottom over here, you'll see that there's another Happy Easter banner, or letters, excuse me, and it's hidden at the moment, so I just clicked the eye, and I actually liked this size better. So what I did is I went through here, and I went ahead and I got rid of all of the letters that I didn't like. I won't do them all. So then if you decide you want to go with this one, if you choose to go with this one, that's just fine, but for me, I just didn't care for the way it looked. So I took this, and these are a little bit too big. Oops, forgot to move it back to the front. These are a little bit too big for the inside banner pieces, as you can see there. So all I did was just unlocked first, hopefully, and made them a little shorter, trying not to adjust the width too much until I liked this way they fit in there. And I just moved them to make sure I liked all of the sizing in each little banner, and since they're all the same height with the exception of the R, but that's okay. I was quite happy with the way it turned out. So once you get rid of all of the letters, you're going to go ahead and I'm going to hide them just for the purposes of this. Because see, you can see that even when you hide the letters don't hide. I just hid all of these letters, so I don't know what it is, but it was very frustrating. It took me a good 10 minutes before I finally gave up and went, we're sticking with this. I didn't bother to change any of the paper in the background, but I did add the colors I wanted on my mat. So once you're happy with everything, I will say that if you keep this grouped, you can change the color of this. Just give it a second there to catch up. You can change the color, but I did notice that once I ungrouped it to try and put all the letters in there, I had a hard time, just like these, with changing the color. So I would suggest leaving it grouped, change it to the color you want, and size it that way. And then if you want to slice them in there, you could still do that. If you want to make it, write it or print it on there, I didn't try any of those, but you could certainly try that. But make sure you change the color first before you go to ungroup it. So now we have everything ready. I'm going to go ahead and click on go. Now as you can see, everything was checked off there. I had done this previously, so I have everything ready to go on my mat here, all of my colors. And we're going to go ahead and take this over to the table and put it together. But I did want to show you the issues that were at hand, as well as the project itself. So let's head over to the table and we'll get started. Okay, so I have all my pieces laid out. I have my blue, my green, and my white, as well as my pink letters. This is not as bright of a green. It looks like it's a very bright green on the screen, and it is not. But the blue as well as the green, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can turn that. It is textured on one side, so you can kind of hear it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Not. Probably not. So I think I've decided I want to go ahead and do the textured side up just to give it a little something else. So we're going to go ahead and glue down all of our banner pieces, and in this case the banner doesn't matter which way they go, thankfully. Otherwise you do want to make sure that the side paper that you want to use is facing the right way up. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all these down. I thought it would just be fun to give them a little texture. This is going to be a relatively small banner, not super big, which is just fine. I think it'll look really nice like by the TV, or you know, over the kids' baskets, or just a fun decoration in the kitchen or living room or bedroom or bathroom. I mean, heck, you can have it say Happy Easter in the bathroom. Why not, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these all down. I will have to say that the issues with the design space were a little bit frustrating. It's making me a little bit worried about any other projects in the future, but hopefully they will get it resolved. And like I said at the beginning of this, I am hoping to have a update video going up either before or after this one. So do keep an eye out for that, as well as a haul video. I do have that coming to you guys as well. Lots of goodies in there that I will hopefully be using here in the near future. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down the blue ones the same way, and I'll be right back. Okay, last one. I did just almost messed up my banner. But you could also, instead of centering it like this or like it shows on there, you could have it go all the way up to the top. I think that would look really nice too. But since I did all the rest the other way, I'm going to go ahead and finish off that, and then we're going to go ahead and stick on the letters. Now you do want to make sure that you have the correct number of banner pieces for the correct number of letters. It'd be a real big pain to have a happy on the smaller banners, or on the short number of banners, and then Easter on the other. So in other words, you don't want to start off with happy on here and then, or Easter on here, So I have them laid out so I can see, and I have all my little letters here, happy and Easter. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the happy, and I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to glue that down. There are some letters that are hard to tell which way around they go, and then there's others that are not as much. This one, it's a little hard. I think it's the other way, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it this way. And you want to do just a little bit of glue. Yeah, I think the H is supposed to go the other way. That's fine. Again, just a little added character. I'm trying to use just a little bit of glue. If you have a like a Xyron sticker maker, you could certainly run these through that. You just want to make sure you clean off all of the excess sticker goo that comes on there. Oops. Plain letters. I'm going to go ahead and grab this with my tweezers, and I can't wait for my kids to see all this really cool Easter stuff. I'm surprised they haven't seen any of it on my YouTube channel. My oldest does have a YouTube account where she can watch videos, so she's really excited to see those, but I think she's a little busy watching her friend's stuff and other YouTube things that she doesn't think about trying to watch my stuff. So at the moment, safe there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing these together, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here is our completed banner. I am going to go ahead and put it on some of this very pale yellow ribbon. I think I'm just going to use some of my Scotch Cool Glue. So I have them kind of lined up with the spacing that I want. I am going to have it on one long banner, but I know roughly how I want the spacing to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down right on the line, and I'm going to weigh it down on both ends just so it doesn't shift on me. Well, maybe I'll weigh it down on both ends. There we go. Just trying to get this so it hopefully won't pull up. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these out very carefully and keep my ribbon straight as possible. Doesn't look very straight, but I have it right where I want it. Actually, I'm going to use some Post-it to hold it in place too. That'll help as well. Okay, alright. So I'm going to just take some of this quick dry adhesive and put it on the back of my letter. And I have quite a bit of ribbon on there, so I'm not worried about how far over. I can always trim off the excess. So the quick dry glue is kind of like a hot glue gun. I have found it dries very quickly. I'm just going to put a little bit at the top of each of the banner letters and let it sit. I'm going to put my clear block over it to help hold it in place. I'm not doing any wider than the actual banner or the actual ribbon's width itself. And I'm going and taking it right up to the top. And it's okay if it's a little uneven. I'm not as concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of those, and then I'll come back with the finished product. Okay, there's our banner. Please excuse the mess off to the side here. I had to really zoom it out so you can see the whole banner. So I do have it on the ribbon. It is nice and glued down on there, so it'll hang nicely. I will say that I probably should have tilted the letter some, because as you can see, if I go to tilt the banner, everything is very straight, but I usually don't like to have it sag too much. So you could punch tiny little holes in it if you want. I didn't have a thin enough ribbon. You could also just use a piece of tape, have the ribbon maybe farther down behind it, put a little piece of tape on there, whatever you desire. But that is our banner, so I'll have pictures of it when it's actually hanging up. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.